Ever since Hiroshima and Nagasaki were bombed at the end of World War II, the world was forever changed. Hi, my name is Nathaniel Kessler, and tonight I would like to talk to you about 7 advantages given to us by nuclear weapons. These 7 advantages include a deterrent to war through mutually assured destruction, or MAD, a reason to use diplomacy first, an increase of status and power among nations, a power supply through nuclear energy, an increase of trust factor with allies, an efficient weapon when needed, and a global defense mechanism. Our first advantage is the deterrent to war through mutually assured destruction. The Cold War, through United States and the Soviet Russia, strained relations very much. Both nations boasted the power to wipe each other off the face of the earth completely. However, mutually assured destruction helped pull both of these nations back from the brink of war. Small countries can benefit from this as well. Kuwait was invaded by Iraq in 1990, which spurred many of the Persian Gulf Wars. The Iraqi military at that point was 24 times bigger than Kuwait. To reference size-wise, Kuwait was about the size of a ping pong ball with their military, whereas Iraqi forces were about the size of a basketball. VisionLaunch.com states, by having these weapons, smaller countries would stand a chance of defending themselves against larger nations with more military capabilities and money. End quote. However, this does come with a stipulation. Mutually assured destruction only works where military leaders want to see their country survive. A second advantage would be the reason for negotiation first. During power struggles, peace tables look much better than nuclear war. Also, grievances would be solved more quickly and more quietly. FutureOfWorking.com states, nations would think long and hard before attacking a country armed with nuclear weapons. End quote. Green Garage also states, in fact, nuclear weapons are considered a low-cost insurance against possible aggression. End quote. In addition, nuclear weapons also give us the advantage of a power increase and a source of national pride. To build nuclear weapons, the technology to obtain these nuclear weapons is needed. The ability to build the weapons themselves can give a nationalistic pride for one's country. The creation of nuclear weapons also suggests that these countries are ready to run with these big dogs. This, in real life, describes North Korea. OccupyTheory.org states, as small and insignificant as many view North Korea to be in certain ways, other nations pay attention to their actions and wishes, since they have a large fighting force and a small amount of nuclear weapons. A fourth advantage would be the advantage of nuclear energy. If nuclear weapons are obtained by a country, another logical step to follow would be look for nuclear energy plants. Nuclear energy plants then make that country less dependent upon unrenewable fossil fuels. Nuclear energy, if one knows where to look for it, is abundant. Bernard Cohen, Emeritus Professor of Physics of Pittsburgh University in 1983, said, seawater contains 3.3 parts per billion of uranium. So, the ocean contains about 4 billion metric tons of uranium. This could power the world's electricity consumption for 7 million years. End quote. That is a very long time. Uniquely, nuclear weapons make a trust factor among allies. Nations like to be backed up and allies with countries that have nuclear weapons. They are good to be backed up by, and they are a good fallback plan. Nuclear weapons are the heavy artillery in today's warfare. Furthermore, nuclear weapons have the advantage of simply being effective and efficient. In the area of power, nuclear weapons are king. A hypothetical scenario. Terrorists are holed up in an inaccessible mountain cave. Guns, men, and other conventional methods simply will not work. Nuclear weapons can help in this situation. they can destroy the terrorists outright, or they can flush them out to where conventional methods would work. Another hypothetical scenario is when a large military force is attacking another country. Nuclear weapons can take out these invading forces in large areas. The defensive nation can also deploy small amounts of troops, but still be efficient and effective at combating the enemy forces. This saves the lives of the men of the defensive nation. It may be gruesome, but it simply is effective and efficient. And lastly, global protection is an advantage given to us by nuclear weapons. In October of 2015, an asteroid passed by Earth. Scientists were correct that its trajectory would not collide with Earth. However, scientists can be wrong and miscalculate. So, what then? Nuclear weapons can help in this situation as well. Bong Wai, Iowa State University, director of Asteroid Deflection Research Center, proposes using off-the-shelf land-based missiles and warheads in the United States to intercept large asteroids that are less than 10 years from slamming into Earth. End quote. Nuclear weapons are not at max destruction capabilities, so space upgrades for space threats are realistic. There are many advantages of nuclear weapons. Tonight we have talked about 7. A deterrent to war through mutually assured destruction, a reason to use diplomacy first, an increase of status and power among other nations, power supply through nuclear energy, an increase of trust factors with allies, an efficient weapon when needed, and a global defense mechanism. Mutually assured destruction helped get many nations through the Cold War. Nuclear weapons are valuable at negotiation tables. They are a source of national pride, and they can knock space debris away from Earth. OccupyTheory.org gives a summarizing quote. There are many factors to consider about the possession of nuclear weapons and how to handle them. With as much destruction that has come from the use of these 2 weapons in the past, there are many lives have been saved in the years afterwards by avoiding the use of these weapons. Thank you.